she doesn't believe that she has done a brave thing by writing a book on depression. But I have to tell you, Shaheen, it needs courage to go there and talk about it, especially when you come from a family which is known to public, which is they are public figures. So how difficult was it for you to write the book?
It was the process of writing it. I didn't realize actually how difficult it was going to be because I just dived into it headfirst without really thinking about the process. And when I started writing, I realized obviously going back to places that you don't really want to go back to
Yes.
was not particularly fun. It plunged me into a depressive episode, which I've just been able to get myself out of in the last couple of months. But at the same time, it's been really cathartic. It's been really rewarding.
So, do you think that the pain of people would not be able to understand the pain because of the family that you come from, or would take you lightly?
I think there's definitely a lot of misconceptions about depression in that sense. People assume that it is an affliction that will only take place if your life is extremely hard, but it's not. It's a chemical imbalance, and it's not. You can't help the way that your brain is functioning. So for me, it started off as well as a chemical imbalance, and it became progressively more psychological for me. Yeah, I mean, I've had people. I kind of understand where they're coming from as well, but it's obviously categorically untrue. Yeah.
So, what was your mom's and dad's reaction when they read the book?
Oh, my mom, I mean, actually both of them, it was mixed in the sense that they were obviously quite sad because it's yeah, I mean, it's my parents, and it's obviously tough to read about your child going through, going through hard times, but obviously they're also incredibly proud of me, which feels really great. So, I mean, just the fact that my parents are proud of me feels, for any child, it feels really good.
Alia, talking about Alia, she is also very proud of you. She gets so emotional when she's talking about you. We saw that.
Yeah.
But does Alia's life affect you in any way?
I mean, I think my family, just being who my family is, has affected me because it's my family is very much in the spotlight, and I've talked about this before. It's when you're very different from your family, especially when your family is very outgoing, when your family is larger than life, and you're not like that, you wonder why you're not like that, and it makes you on some level feel bad. You wonder if you should, why am I not like that? Something wrong with me. So in that way, yes, it has happened to me, but I've gotten to a place where I'm now very comfortable with that. I've learned that I don't need to be like that in order to fit in. So on.
As a teenager going through depression, how did you deal with relationships with boyfriends and opposite sex?
It's trial and error, right? You learn, because I think when you're younger, especially, you don't understand the ins and outs of your own mind at that point, and you don't understand the ways in which you're sort of acting out, or the ways in which your depression is affecting somebody else. It took a long time for me to understand that my illness didn't only affect me, it affected the people around me as well. And your romantic partners are obviously the first line of defense in that situation. They're the ones that will experience the most of your highs and lows, in great proximity. So it's trial and error, but I think I've learned a lot more about myself, so I feel like I'm better in relationships now than I was earlier.
Is happiness overrated? That's something that I wanted to ask you. Is everyone supposed to be happy?
I think happiness has become normal. Like, people have started associating happy as being the normal state, that if you are normal, you are happy. I don't like the word normal, and as a result, I now don't like the word happy either, because I don't think, for me, I'm very rarely happy. I'm content. I'm joyful. I have great moments of extreme joy. I have peace. I have all these things. I think happy is a very one-note word, and it's a very stressful thing to try and live up to. I have to be happy all the time. It's very unrealistic, and most of your stress comes from the fact that why am I not happy, because you for some reason believe this is the holy grail of emotional states that you're supposed to be at, which is not. You can't do it all the time. It's not realistic.
So tell me 3 things that a person should not say to a person who's going through depression.
Oh, just cheer up. Cheer up is So obviously, number one, if I want to cheer up, obviously, I don't want to be. Nobody wants to be sad. So obviously, if it was in your control, you would control it, but it's not. Think positively. I'm not thinking negatively on purpose. I can't help it. And what else? It's a good question, actually. I don't know. I've been very lucky. I haven't experienced a lot of the negativity. The negativity that I've gotten has been things online that people have said to me. So I've been very lucky to not receive a lot of negativity. So I'd say those two are the main ones you really hear.
Thank you so much, Shaheen.
Thank you so
for talking
much.
to us,
Thank
and
you.
thank you for making people aware that they can come out and talk, and it's a real thing.
Thank you.
Thank you.